Hey, friends. Hello, hello, hello. This is Teresa. I am super excited about coming to you all today because we have a amazing surprise. We are interviewing this amazing cast from an amazing stage play that's going to be taking place this upcoming Saturday. For those who do not know, again, this is Event Therapy Magazine, and we are super grateful for opportunities to be able to talk about mental health and talk about it about from different perspectives and on different stages. So we're going to first welcome the storyteller, the queen herself, Miss Ardre Orie, to the stage to talk about what she has going on this upcoming Saturday.
Hello,
Hi,
hello.
Ardre.
Hi. How are
Hi.
you?
I am doing well, beautiful. How are you?
I'm doing well. It's good to see you.
Good to see you. Look fabulous
You do
as
too, as
usual.
always. So,
Bless hair. Yes. Bless honey. Good, good. Listen. What is all of this noise? What is going on?
oh my goodness. So, this and I'm going live in another location as well just to continue to share, but literally, this is press week for Ardre Orie Presents The Heart of a Man, the theatrical production. And I want to thank you first and foremost for being a
Yes.
media partner and all of your support because it truly means a lot. This production is the byproduct of 21 years of marriage, discussions, answering hard questions, having difficult conversations, because I really came to the realization that as a woman, there was so much that I did not know about maintaining relationships, and really understanding the heart of a man, no pun intended. And so throughout having these discussions, I kept thinking how amazing this would be if I could just find a way to really get this information to women, to the community. And then the other part of it is that I unfortunately watched the video of Brother Philando Castile, and I was just jarred by, you know, feelings of helplessness. What can
Mhm.
I do as a black woman in this country? What can I do to create spaces of healing for black men? Because while I understand as a black woman, we certainly don't have it easy. No one gives us anything. We carry the weight of the world on our shoulders. We move the culture. We do all the things. But if our foundation, the men, do not have safe spaces, then that could also be very detrimental, or it is very detrimental to us. So when I saw that video, I thought, what can I do? And what I knew that I could do is leverage words as weapons, essentially, to create a safe space. So that's what this production is. The men that are part of this cast are dynamic. The essence of this production shows up every time they get together at rehearsals. It is just magic that happens. And I can't even describe it. Literally, we've had people to visit our rehearsals and they're like, oh my gosh, this is something really special. So everybody needs to come out and see this show.
Okay, good. When is it? Tell us again. When is this show?
So the show opening night, it is Saturday, May 18th. We have two shows. The first show is a 2 p.m. matinee, and the second show is a 7 p.m. encore. And so we're really bringing this to Atlanta. We want to kind of reinvigorate going to the theater. We want people to dress up. The attire is all black, black tie. And we want people to have an amazing cultural immersion. One of our
Yeah.
cast members said, this is not traditional theater, and it is not traditional monologue. It's a mix in between. And then we had another cast member that said, yeah, there's some Larry seasoning sparkle, sprinkled on this. And I said, yeah, and some Old Bay too. So we've got
Yes,
something
Obey.
for everyone. We have every kind of gentleman that you can imagine. We are tackling every story, every scenario. It's all there in the show.
Oh, I absolutely love it. Event Therapy magazine is all about mental health, of course. So we're talking about mental health. What are the resources available? What are the strategies? How do we identify? And it
Yeah.
sounds like with your play, people are going to be able to learn, not just listen, but learn through the stories that are going to be told. If you
Yes.
could do us a favor, Ardre, I want you to help us introduce just some of your cast members and talk to us about how you selected each one of them to be a part of this stage play.
Yes. So we have Stevie Bags Jr., who is the director. So we have a cast that is all women, and that's called Lipstick Monologues, right? So I
Mhm.
knew that, and Rashida Randall has been the director of that show. She's been a producer as well. And so when it came time for me to do other theatrical productions, I've always called on Rashida. She's my forever producer, is the way that I refer to her. So I knew that for this show, because it consisted of an all men's cast, I wanted to have a director that was a man. And so Stevie Baggs Jr. Stepped up to the plate. We've been talking about this for quite some time. And it is a testament also to doing things when you're scared. I was supposed to do
Mm,
this production several times. About 2 years, we've been talking about it. That same conversation has also been in motion with Karan Joseph Riley, who is a producer, a dynamic producer, dynamic actor, all the things. And so I had been talking to Karan about it and saying, Karan, I'm going to do the show. So finally, Rashida said, if you tell one more person that you're going to do it and you don't do it, I am just
right.
going to have a fit. And
That's
so
right.
I still wasn't going to do it. The theater contacted me and said, when are you
Beautiful.
coming back? When are you bringing another production? That was the thing that made me say, you know what? I'm just going to do it scared. And so
Yeah.
we literally brought this production together in 45 days. So Stevie and Karan and Rashida, who are actors in their own right, tapped into their networks. We didn't even do a casting. We literally just reached out to the people that we know, as they say, have chops, that can really bring it on the stage. And that is how we assembled the cast. And we
Beautiful.
also, just a testament to, to doing things and how we have truly make God very much a part of what we're doing. We had 17 cast members. That is the goal, 17 cast members, because one of our cast members is a narrator. The show is divided into 4 scenes. The heart has 4 chambers. And so when I was writing it, 4 scenes, 4 chambers, and within each of those scenes, there are 4 actors, right? 4 presentations, if you will. And so one of our cast members, May 5th, I'll never forget this. I always ask before the show, before the rehearsal, who wants to pray? Who wants to pray? And so we always have someone who will pray. So we had a gentleman who said, I'll pray, I'll pray. And he didn't even give anybody else a chance to pray. And he prayed profusely that day. And one of the things he said is, God, I ask you to keep us and our families safe from danger, safe from harm, which was great. It's something you pray traditionally. And so he said that. And then the next morning, we got a message that he was involved in a near fatal car accident. And he was literally, fighting. And so we are so thankful because he got released from the hospital today. And in this time frame, we also recruited another cast member. So we are at 18 cast members, 18 total for this
Wow.
production.
Wow, that is absolutely amazing. That tells you right there, Audrey, that this story needs to be told. It is going to be good for the audience members. And I'm just so proud of you and so proud and thankful for everyone for jumping in to being, you calling them and say, hey, I need you to be a part of this. Or,
Mhm.
you guys just calling them saying yes to the ask. That's
Yes,
absolutely amazing. So let's
yes,
go ahead and introduce some of your cast members that we have
tonight.
today.
Yes.
Yes, you
All
want to
right,
go
awesome. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4 cast members, and then we have one Markian, who is our director of photography. And I'd like for, this is a production. It is not done just by the cast, it's not done just by me. There's a whole team that makes everything go. As you know, at Event Therapy, it
Yes.
is never just one person who makes something go. So we have Neil Carr. Neil is the only cast member, actually Neil and Stevie, the only cast members who are part of this when we did it in 2016. So, it's really a full circle moment to have him back. So we have Mr. Neil Carr, we have Dennis L.A. White. Dennis, this is the first time. Dennis is also an acting coach, so he has really leveraged his talents to help our other cast members and just for everybody to get strong because we strengthen one another. We also have Mr. Bo, and Bo, how do I pronounce your last name? I want to make sure I don't mess it up, but Bo is dynamic. He gets in and he prays. And Bo has been so instrumental and positive and will spread love and light into the show and be speaking about love. And then we have Rod. I always say Roderick. I know he says Rod Minger. And Rod is in a comedic space. You will always see him. He's getting ready to go on tour after this show. This is kicking off some things for him. But what is beautiful about it is that he has a very serious message in this show. So in addition to Markion Edwards, who is the director of photography. So that's who's joining us tonight.
Yes. Welcome. Thank you all so much for joining us tonight. Ardre has given us the lowdown about what is going on this coming Saturday. I want to know from each one of you, why did you say yes to being a part of this production this coming Saturday? We're going to start with you, Coach Bo.
Coach Bo.
Well, for me, it was easy. I got asked by a personal friend who's one of the producers. He and his wife kind of helped me get into acting some 12, 14 years ago. And I'm not really a professional. I'm a hobbyist, but these people keep pulling me back for opportunities, and I'm always happy to show up when they do.
Awesome. Sometimes you just got to show up. You know what? Show up and show out,
Show out.
Okay.
Exactly.
Show out. That's right. Rod.
So I met Ardre. I seen when she did the female version in November of 2022. And it was such a powerful production. I was like, man, this is really awesome. I was just kind of telling her after curtain call. And she's like, well, it's funny you say that. She's like, we're doing a male version next year. I would love to have you a part. Now, how many people say that and they mean it right then?
Right.
I'm like, yeah, okay. I'm just thinking like, yeah, she's in the moment. It's whatever. And here we are. A year later, she's like, hey, you ready to work? I'm like, what? Anything you're a part of, I want to be a part of it too. And here we are.
Yeah, let me tell you, with Ardre, if she tell you something, she means it. She's going to come back for you. For sure. Dennis.
Hey, what's going on? You got a part of me and Neil.
Hi, Neil.
We're on our way to the red carpet premiere of one of our TV shows.
Philadelphia. Excuse me.
Congratulations.
Congrats. Yes.
Yeah.
So my involvement in this was kind of apropos because, I was just kind of in the space in my mind where I wanted to do theater. I haven't done theater in a minute. So I don't know how I reached out to her. I just saw that she does plays. So I reached out to her, like, if you ever have anything I would love to audition for. A lot of times actors like, you'll put me in it. Like, nah, I'll audition. And the day later, Rashida hit me with like, actually, we have a position open for you if you want to join this cast. I'm like, what cast? And she told me, I'm like, oh my God, that's perfect. All my friends are in this project, from Neil to Karan to Jason to Carl Gilead, a lot of my friends. So I was like, I would love to join it. And then when I read the material, I was like, oh, I'm sold.
Yes, good.
Hey, everybody. How you guys doing?
Hey. Congratulations, you all.
Hey, thank you. Thank you very much, man. With me, it was my sister. I call her my sister. She's my play sister. But Rashida, we had an opportunity to she actually directed me in a play called Tomcat about 7 years ago.
7 years ago.
Yeah, probably 7 or 8 years ago. And I always tell a lot of young actors, man, building the relationships is what gets you casted, and being someone who, as talented as she is, she has a great resource community. And she reached out to me 7 years ago. So I actually had an opportunity to play the narrator, excuse me. I had an opportunity to play the narrator a while back. And, 7 years later, the reinstallment, I'm back again. And now I have just a monologue, but it is so dope, man. So I'm happy to be a part of it. We have an amazing cast. I like to call the guys the Avengers, because everybody's so powerful. you know, the Avengers, Voltron, you know, Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, you know, all of that kind of stuff. When God, you know, actually like plugging together. So I'm thankful to be a part of this cast, man, and I'm ready to tell this story. You know, so many different layers to it, man. So I'm excited. I'm very excited. You guys are in for a treat.
Awesome, awesome. You guys, you heard that. We're in for a treat. Now you said the Avengers, and then you also said that everybody is in for a treat. Talk to us about what we should expect in regards to these monologues. So we're talking about mental health and we're talking about masculinity. How does that come to play? What are you saying? How are we going to be impacted by your words?
Well, I think this. I think that, you know, the narrative has been through decades that men don't talk and that
Exactly.
women don't know what we're thinking. We keep it in our heads, and there's a disconnect between men and women, especially when it comes to our, you know, race. And so this is an opportunity for women to hear what we think and how we feel about things, unadulterated, no filters, straight up, no chaser, and to get a better understanding of why we approach things different ways and why we fit and how we feel about things. You know, we're just as emotional as you guys, but there's a lot of things that we have to carry that we can't show it. So this is our opportunity, a stage, a platform for us to speak for all men and for all women to understand how we feel and what we bring to the table and why we do what we do.
Thanks.
Oh, I love that. Anybody else want to add on to that?
Yeah, I would say first thing, piggybacking on everything he said was absolutely correct. And I think it's just a chance for, like you said, a lot of people think that men don't have
Lean like the board of health.
Whoa, whoa. What's up, brother? What's up?
Oh,
Dennis, I'm gonna put you on mute real quick.
Oh,
I'm sorry.
They're literally live on the red carpet as we're streaming. Hilarious.
Yes.
But I think there's a lot of different emotions that will come from all 17 other guys because everybody's monologue is completely different. And it's a different emotion, whether it's, you know, not to kind of give away too much. Some is about dealing with infidelity. Some is about dealing with child molestation. Some is about dealing with lack of intimacy. Some is dealing with having side chicks. I mean, there's just so many things that we're talking about and topics that I think men probably talk about amongst themselves, as we would call barbershop talk. But this time it'll be out in the forefront for everybody here simultaneously. So it's going to be great.
Yeah, I love those conversations. I call it conversations behind the drapes coming to the forefront. People need to hear what you all are thinking. We want to know it. We want to know it as women as well. And so, have you noticed any changes? I'm going to go with you, Coach Bo. Have you noticed any changes in your own attitude towards seeking help for mental health or why that is important?
Well, the short answer is I haven't personally come to some realization that therapy and coaching are important. I'm a professional coach, and I coach couples and I coach men and women individually. And it's mostly about life, love, and communication. And so it is part and parcel to my being to try to impart help and trying to sell that to the African American community is really tough. You know, we were talking about the emotional state of men and women and how men are just as emotional as women. I think men might even be more emotional than women. I think women have developed a psychological callus, if you will. They run through their highs and lows on a regular basis. It's a rhythm. It's a muscle they've learned to exercise. I grew up in a community and in a time where you rub dirt on it. You didn't cry about it. You didn't talk about it. You didn't even think about it if you couldn't fix it. So I'm excited not only for the women that'll be there, but for the men that may be impacted as well, just to see the level of transparency and vulnerability. I'm hoping that that does something to the viewer because I absolutely believe it will.
Let's go, Coach.
Yeah. Yes. Roger, you have anything to add to that?
No, I'm not going behind that. Absolutely. I agree with everything you just said.
Right, crazy, man.
Ditto.
Stick that right there. That's the landing right there.
Period. Good. Well, you know, Ardre, you have selected some amazing cast members to share this story, to talk about mental health and masculinity. What do you want viewers to receive?
You know, truth. Honestly, it just the truth. I think that so many times as women we say, I just wish, the men would be honest. That's what we say, And I think that we're not always prepared for that honesty. I don't think that we are always conditioned to hear things that we don't want to hear. And I think that we're not always providing a safe space because we talk a lot to each other. The best indication of this is recently on social media. I saw a post and it was asking men, what are some of the things that are instant turnoffs, right? So many women were in the comments, and I'm like, even if you have an opinion on this, they're not talking to us. As much as I want to insert myself, this is not for us to answer. And I thought, imagine how much we could learn if we just let them respond. Because the thing that I think is special is that as women, we don't always give away free game. You have to figure us out. You have to learn what we like. Men are willing to give away free game if you want to hear it. They're willing to tell you, I want A, B, and C. And, we are talking a lot to each other. And I think that that's not really beneficial. And I'll say this lastly, like, I grew up in a single parent home, and my mom and we talked a lot. She was a counselor. So I think I learned to listen. I'm sure my husband would say I don't listen all the time, but I do know how sometimes. And so, I learned that there was value in knowing that there is an other side, but practicing allowing that space for the other side to exist while you exist with whatever your thoughts and opinions are. It truly is a work in progress every single day, especially when you're attempting to be in relation with someone. And I don't think that this is just about romantic relationships. I think that when we learn to listen, when we try to listen, we can hear our sisters, our brothers, children, nieces, nephews. Every relationship can benefit from us understanding that we have to listen to one another and that we might not have the same opinions, but that understanding creates space for us to coexist and to even thrive.
Yeah, that's good. That's good. So it's Saturday. It's coming up this Saturday, right? It's 2 shows, right? Is it two shows?
2 shows.
2 shows. So what are the times? What do people need to do? How do we get in the room?
Yes. So the first show is 2 p.m. Saturday, May 18th. First show, 2 p.m. This is a matinee. And then we have 7 p.m., which is our encore. Both shows dress up. This is black, all black tie. Bring it. We love the looks. We love the fashion. And, we just really want to start something, or should I say reignite something. There was a time when, theater was a go-to form of entertainment, and we learn so much in that space. And it's a very intimate space. We've done that on purpose. We want for our audience to be one with the cast member that is on stage and vice versa. It is an exchange of energy. So you have to get there. You have to get there. You can get tickets on iamardreorie.com. I was told today we had a radio interview. They said, can you spell that out, please? So iamardreorie.com. But all of the links, if you find any of the links on social media, you will find how to get tickets. It's also at theorieagency.com because it's powered by the Orie Agency. So come on out.
Make sure I spell that right. iamardreorie.com, right?
That's correct.
There we go. Good. So you see the link right here on our page, iamardreorie.com. Go ahead and grab your tickets. There are 2 shows. They just told us it's 2 shows, 2 p.m. and 7 p.m. Make sure you come out, listen to these monologues, learn something, receive something, and make sure that you go out there in the community to talk about the broader conversation. I think what you're doing, Ardre, Rod, Coach Bo, Dennis, Neil, you all, thank you so much for getting the information out there, for sharing with everyone. Because again, this is a conversation that people don't talk about often. We don't as women, it seems like we don't let men talk, right? So you're giving them the platform to speak and for us to receive. So I wanted to say thank you, Ardre, for that. Rod, Coach Bo, Dennis Neal, for sharing your stories. Anything else that you would like to add for the audience tonight?
I just want to say, it's a once in a lifetime opportunity. We're going to keep amping this up. We're not going to stop. Two things are happening. Healing is happening within the cast. When I see the cast at rehearsals, as they've said, and they've stated many times, they may look at someone else's monologue and realize that there's something within them that needs to heal, or something within them that they want to celebrate, either way. So healing is happening within the cast, and then healing is happening, we're pumping it out. So we recognize that we're not just doing a show. This is literally a movement, and we want to keep it going. And so to everyone, I just ask that you support this, because you are asking for it. And so now we've produced it. Come on out and support it.
Good, good, good. Any last words, Dennis? I see you back up there. We getting thumbs up from our audience as well.
Yeah, I mean, the tickets are going fast, so you guys need to go and purchase your tickets right now. We have VIP tickets as well, where you can meet and greet with the cast and champagne and everything. This is just something that people need to see in our community. So we're in discussion of taking this on the road. So get it first. Come see it first. Live and direct.
That's it.
Live and direct in Atlanta, Georgia. The ATL, ATL always coming with it first, right? It's coming with it first. Good, good, good. Well, we are looking forward to being there on Saturday. Congratulations in advance to everyone, all 18 cast members. 18 men said yes to the ask. That is beautiful. So I'm super excited about that. That's definitely something to be proud of. So I'll see you guys on Saturday.
Yes, come on. Yes. And we're looking forward to carrying this into, more discussions, as we talked about, Teresa. So we definitely want to move forward with that as well, creating some joint events.
For sure, for sure. Conversations behind the drapes need to come from behind the drapes, the curtains, whatever you want to call it. We got to get it out there. People need to hear it there. Like you said, Ardre, there's healing and conversation. And what did you say earlier? Words are weapons. So, we want to get that information out there. So thank you so much. And we look forward to seeing each of you on Saturday. 2 p.m., 7 p.m. You guys get your tickets. I am ArdreOrie.com.
Yes.
Have a good night.
For having us, being a media partner. We appreciate you. Thank you, Cass.
Thank you. See you later.
Good night. Good. Thank you, ma'am.